Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more Dawnless days for you today, and this is a glorious 2v2 as we are recreating the Battle of the Fords of Isen, which is fought between Isengard and Rohan. As you see it in the beginning of the battle of the Two Towers, in the Two Towers, and we actually have a little bit of fighting going on here. Look at this, Dunleading Horse Raiders already in here. These guys have silver chevrons. But yeah, you do see this battle at the beginning of the battle. Why do I keep wanting to say the Battle of the Two Towers? Two Towers. And you see like Theoden's son get killed, and like Aemir go and pick him up, and like bring him back to Rohan to make sure he's safe and stuff like that. And you can see more carry charging in here. Actually, it was not too bad on those sword thanes. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're starting to die. Oh gosh, maybe they are. But yeah, so you see, so this is the fight that happens at the beginning of the Two Towers. You see, Theodred gets ambushed and like his entire like party's murdered. Well, not murdered, but massacred, really. So we're kind of recreating that, and as you can see here, we are at the Fords of Isen. This is the Fords of Isen map, and we have like Rohan all set up here, ready to go. And yeah, we are kind of ready. There is actually an ambushing force over here, made up of the Riders of Rohan and Knights of the Mark. We've got Knights of the House of Earl as well. And then I've also brought some of my own cavalry all hidden in here in a big old bunch down here, ready to go. These boys are ready to ride out and kill some orcs. But yeah, so there is two armies on the way. There is another one. There's one here, one Isengard army here, and one over here as well. But yeah, they are already causing some damage, to be fair. These like Dunland horse raiders actually killing kind of a lot of sword thanes here. I mean, they're not the strongest swords in the world, are the sword thanes. We do have some better ones on the way. But yeah, still, you don't want to be losing men unnecessarily, especially in like a fight against like a horse cab like this, where you could have just focused them down with archers. We have got Erling retainers behind. These guys are going to be much more effective in combat and a bit more of a matchup towards things like the Uruk-hai. But we'll see. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing Dawnless Days on the channel and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated, and it really does help out the channel. But yes, as you can see, we've got Lurtz here as well. Lurtz actually in this one, he's somehow survived his duel with Aragorn, is now in Rohan. And he's ready to eat some man flesh. Yes, we have Uruk pikes here. We have a lot of Uruk infantry. We have also got some grenadiers. They're going to be pretty dangerous. Crossbows now setting up on the far side over there. They're going to be able to have some shots at these sword things, weaken them even more. I mean, some of these units are already really banged up from that sword fight, or from that fight against the Cav. Like 104, 77, yeah. Not looking great. I mean, at least they killed them though, I guess. I mean, Rohan is outnumbered 3,800 to 5,200, so it's never a good sign. But, I mean, they do have a lot of Cav, does Rohan, so that's probably why the numbers aren't so even. As you can see here, we've got the Uruk infantry. It looks like it's going to push forward. I mean, you want to kind of be right by the water's edge to deny like the charge bonus, because once they get out of the water, they'll get their charge bonus back. I'm not really doing it on my side either, to be fair. I'm also just shooting these Dunland tribesmen. I mean, I don't know why, and it's just kind of a bit of a waste of ammunition. But yeah, very light axe infantry will probably cut through these guys pretty easily. And yeah, I mean, we've got Wine Grenadiers. Crossbows, I mean, they need to set up in front of the crossbows to get clear line of sight. That's the only downside they have with their range. They haven't brought bows. They brought crossbows, which, I mean, they are more armored. They are harder to kill. But you do need a like a direct line of sight to be able to like get them to fire. Like, at their optimal anyway. Some of them will fire anyway if they don't have a clear line of sight. But you want the whole unit to fire to stand a chance of winning. But yeah, Dunland tribesmen getting focused down here. Getting some easy kills on these garrisons in the Hornbow, but we are using up precious ammo that we want to save for things like pikes and the grenadiers and maybe the general. So I think I tell my my men to hold fire. To be fair, I was like, Dunland tribesmen, don't need to worry about them. But yeah, I think my my opponent over here actually knew that the cavalry was here. They were all hidden, but they kind of sensed they're over here. They got half orc spears ready to go. These guys are preparing. They're kind of boxing up their formation. I guess they're worried that they're like, this can't. Sure, they're probably thinking, sure, this isn't all like Rohan has here, and they'd be correct in that. But I guess I just don't know where it is. I mean, they maybe would have thought it was in this forest over here, but yeah, it's not. And here we go. Rohan has arrived on this side with his cavalry. We've got Rise of Rohan riding up. I mean, they've got nothing to stop this. I mean, they've got things like Berserkers. They've got White Stormers. They've got a general here. I want to charge him. But I'm guessing they want to try and intervene with the battle at hand down here, which has just started to get underway. But yeah, we're about to see, looks like a first charge over here. I mean, White Stormers would be a tough opponent to take on, but I mean, charging them with cavalry should work. So you want to charge things like Berserkers, that's for sure as well.
Enemy units
Yeah, in they go. In goes the cav. Went in a little bit on the side here, actually. These Rise of Rohan are in there and they're doing their bit. Here we go. Cavalry coming in here, smashing on into the Berserkers. Cut these guys down. I mean, they're going to get in and out pretty quickly. The Berserkers, yeah, really poorly armored, so they, they take the hit pretty hard. And here we go, more cavalry coming in here. Looks like they're going to charge into the back of these Uruks. They turn around at the right moment, but it also could be seen as the wrong moment. I guess they don't want to be charged in the back, but still getting charged by cavalry is just bad to start with. But yeah, the infantry fight going on down here. They're battling on. I mean, early retainers against Uruk infantry is a bit more of a matchup. The Sword Thanes certainly will get absolutely schooled by the Uruks. I still think Urukai infantry will beat early retainers, to be honest. Early retainers aren't that great, but they're okay. But yeah, look at that Berserk unit already down to 8 men. This is a very expensive unit, and that's just been evaporated. It's the risk when playing like Isengard versus Rohan. One side has really good infantry, but one has really good cav. The other just has no cav, really. As you can see here, I mean, I've routed these tribes in pretty easily, and the crossbows and stuff. It's a bit more slower on my side, but yeah, it's all getting hot and spicy on this side. Seen Rise of Rohan. They brought quite a lot of cav, a lot of cheap stuff. You've seen Knights of the Mark go in here. Don't know what happens to them. They're really banged up, actually. I don't know what they charged into. Maybe there is more Berserkers and stuff here. They fought these guys in combat. Yeah, it looks like they've had a bit of a rough ride here, but yeah, they are doing their best. I mean, Isengard's also doing his best to prevent losses. He's forming shield wall. He's trying to protect his shock infantry as much as he can, but it is a tough act. He's turning crossbows around as well. It looks like trying to just shoot the cav, but I think that's what the cav's trying to get to, is the crossbows down here. But they're trying to avenge Theodred over here. But I think we actually do have Theodred in the battle. He is actually stood waiting here, Prince Theodred. We also have another general, it's the Knights of the House of Earl. So they've got plenty of cav. Plenty of cav. And there you go, yeah, Dunland tribesmen here. And the meat shields of the Uruk army. They're routing it for like a second time. Yeah, it's just like the cavalry. I mean, they're actually still looking fairly healthy. 69, 59. Yeah, Knights House of Earl still healthy. Knights of the Mark here healthy. So, I mean, if they can get these guys out of here, they are, like, got a good strength of cavalry still alive here. And you see a cavalry charge into the rear here. This is what they wanted to do for a little while, is get into the rear lines of this fight here. Support their infantry. That's how you win as Rohan, is support your infantry fights with your cavalry. Look at that. I mean, Uruk's starting to get vaporized. And here we go. Cavalry now arriving on my side. I charge into the spears there. I also get hit by some grenadiers, but we get out of just about alive. My cavalry really slow going through the water, but we charge into the backs of the infantry. Again, supporting my own infantry line. I'm just turning this fight in favor of the retainers. I also charge into the crossbows to try and just kill these guys off, try and do some damage. But yeah, now I descend on this cavalry here that was not in skirmish skirmish mode, so it could not run away in time. And now, very light cavalry up against some of the heaviest cav that Rohan has available, and that is the Knights of the House of Earl. Cutting these guys down. In they come, flooding in. I mean, they have Javis, they're going to try and do what they can, but they have, like, terrible morale. These guys have the worst morale, probably of any unit in the game, to be honest. But yeah, I'm sneaking in more Knights of the Mark. I'm just going to keep trying to charge these crossbows, do what damage I can. Also charging Berserkers here as well. It's a little bit more of a mess, my charge, I will admit. I think my ally did a much better job. As you can see here, yeah, my infantry is actually losing. along the line. It's got to hold on for the cav to arrive if it can. It's already getting pretty banged up. 43 men. I mean, what's this one? Knights of the Mark is again here doing pretty well. Needs to get in here and just take out these crossbows, pin them down. And once they're pinned down, they can't really do much else. And now they're silenced. Now we should kill them. Also need to get these grenadiers, which are doing all sorts of damage to my men. Good charging there, running down them. I've got some, what have I got here? Arid of the Westfold, a good melee cav unit to have. Always a good always good to have some melee cav, just in case you do get stuck in melee. Especially if, like, say the enemy was to bring a general, like a cav general. I know they couldn't as Isengard, but it's always handy to have anyway. Grenadiers here trying to desperately throw again. I mean, this is like the only unit that can really like stop my cav in its tracks, along with the pikes. These grenadiers are very, very effective at being anti-cav. They're just a very, very short range. That's their only downside. But yeah, already routing like Uruks on this side doing the job. Over back on this side, yeah, the battle is kind of won. Knights of the House of Earl here doing their bit. We've got a few Uruks that have somehow survived. We're about to see another charge here. Knights of the House of Earl coming in. So prepare for this. They're going to just rear charge. Oh, we haven't got really the greatest angle. I do apologize. Such a dark map, actually, now I think about it. There you go. That's a bit better. We did see like the end of it. Gotta get the camera angles right. Tiller's lighting. It's a pain. There you go. Those crossbows being broken there. Over back on my side. Knights of the Mark here trying to do their bit. I mean, I'm taking a lot of losses. We are doing as much as we can. We also just routed all of the... Oh, well, not all of them, but we routed actually... I presume this is half-orcs. Yeah, I was going to say, we don't usually route berserkers. Berserkers fight to the last man. It's a pain. This man's floating! He's a magician. He's doing it again. Keeps floating. What a magician. He's gonna... And he gets killed for his magic. Yeah, Knights of the House of Earl and various stuff like that. I'm just trying to, like, keep my cab moving. And trying to, like, keep it in multiple places so it's tough for the enemy to actually pin it down. Finally, I'm getting support over to this far side because this is where I'm really struggling. Because I'm actually facing Stormers here. I didn't even realize. So, yeah, no wonder the early retainers are struggling. But with some rear charge from the Knights of the Mark and Knights of the House of Earl, they should do just fine. As you can see here, yeah, White Stormers getting crushed. I mean, the real threat now is the pikes and the crossbows, which are a bit of a pain. Half-orc axes, half-orc spears. Here we go, charge onto lurts. This is going to be like detrimental. This is the risk of bringing lurts though when you're playing Rohan as well. He's an arch unit, so he's really easy to run down. He's actually pretty good at melee. His like axes pretty good. Generally, he's a quite good general unit, But yeah, no, if he faces Rohan, he's in trouble. What did they just pop in? Rapid advance? Yeah, that's not going to save him. I'd help him if he was running away, but he's very much stuck in combat. And yeah, these Arid of the Westfold and Knights of the House of Earl just charging him relentlessly. Hopefully just try and break him. There is some, like, Uruks over here. They've got some pikes. They've got some grenadiers. So this is not an area you want to attack. But yeah, we have mopped up, like, their sword line. It's now just really, like, a bit of shock left, like half-orc axes. And spears and some crossbows. I'm just trying to like get them. If we can kill lurts, then the morale should really like start to break.
The men are running.
Over here, they just mopped up the remains of Isengard as well, doing their bit. Windstorm is being mopped up, and yeah, it's nearly over. To be fair, Theoden looks like he might survive this time. He might be able to return to Edoras and see Theoden alive. Now we're seeing Garrison the Hornbow go in. They're getting rushed into combat along with their Erling retainers. Garrison the Hornbow, a really good hybrid unit, both sword and, well, axe I should say, and a bow. They get out a little axe and a shield, so they're very useful. Got some Knights of the House of Earl here. They're just routing these half-orc axes. We're going to see some huge kills, I am sure, for the Rohirrim cav here today. There you go. All that has been routed, and now there's a little new box just here. Which is fine. This is perfectly fine at this point. The battle is lost for for Isengard. As you can see here, they have, what, 400 men left against 2,000. I mean, the way to charge would be to just charge these half-orc spears, and then they can't reform this pike, this V. They'd have to go back to back, but here we go. We're going to see a few cav go in. Garrison the Hormo coming in. Grenades! Oh, jeez. Yeah, getting out there. The Herald of the Westfold, like, yep, not having that. Not having that. Garrison the Hornburg still down here, though, doing their bit. Now we're retreating the Garrison Hornburg, and I think the idea was just to charge straight away. I mean, the Berserker's been lured out of the formation, so that's always good as well. These guys just love a fight. They just can't stand it. And here we go. Knights of the House of Earl. This should be the killer blow. Grenades come in, though. Oh, really good charge, though. The grenades, though, and the charge. That was glorious. Oh. Did that break him? Yeah, that actually did break the half-orc spears. And now here comes the cav, and I mean, this is just going to be mopped up in seconds. You think now there's a gap in the line. I mean, these are the weaker cav units coming in. They're charging the side of the pikes, getting to the grenadiers. And if they can get infantry in there now, Rohan, they should just clear this up. I think they're actually just breaking, and there you go, a mass rout. And a close victory for Rohan. And we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. Yes, I was playing as Rohan in this one. I was playing along with Augustus and Corrupted and MB. Thank you very much to all of them. We did a load of scenarios. I might show them over like the next few weeks. Did a load of little scenarios, just testing out stuff. But yeah, this was a fun one. I enjoyed this one. Nice to see Rohan actually manage to beat Isengard at the Fords of Isen. Yeah, 164 kills for early retainers here. Daedra getting 65 kills. 204 kills for the Herald of the Westfold. 145 for the Garrison of the Hornburg. 346 for the Knights of House of Earl. And 303 for another one there. Then we have Augustus. 181 kills for his general, the Knights of House of Earl. 105 for the Sword Thanes. 148 for his retainers. 171 with his Garrison of the Hornburg. 146 with his Riders of the Rohan. Knights of the Mark getting 241 kills and 293 kills for the Knights House of Earl. Then Corrupted Master getting 129 kills for his Uruk-hai infantry. 80 kills for his Stormers, 64 for his Dunland, and his Berserkers getting 75. Then MB, 161 kills for his Stormers, and then we've got Berserkers getting 35, Pikes, not many, and his Grenadiers getting 31. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, and a comment to show your support. Feel free to join the Discord as well to get involved in some scenarios, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.